Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. My name is Veronica. Today we are going to be doing our practice from the state of Maine, and we will not be using any props. So I hope that you will enjoy the beautiful scenery as we go through this practice. So let's go ahead and just get started. We will begin this practice standing at the top of the mat, standing in our Utkatasana. Palms facing forward, shoulders are relaxed, jaws relaxed. And on the inhale, go ahead and sweep those arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale and lower. Good. One more time, reaching up. And this exhale, go ahead and come into a forward fold. On the inhale, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, and fold. Inhale, slowly rising up, reaching the arms up to the sky. And on the exhale, diving forward again. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, reaching the arms up to the sky. And exhale back into that forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And on the exhale, go ahead and step that right foot back. Step the left foot back so that you're in a brief plank pose. And then lower to the knees, chest and chin. Elbows are close. Inhale, coming into that low cobra. And then exhale, push up and back into your down dog. And breathe here. Maybe taking a deep bend in the knees or pedaling out the feet. And sending that right leg up to the sky and just lifting that left heel up and down. And then bringing your gaze to the top of the mat, go ahead and step that right foot between the hands. Step the left foot between the hands and fold. On the inhale, begin to rise on up, sweep those arms up to the sky. On the exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back. Step the right foot back so you're in your plank. And then once again, lowering knees, chest and chin. Inhale, gently coming into that low cobra. And then exhaling up and back into that down dog. And breathe here. And then just begin to lift the heels up and down. And then sending that left leg up to the sky. And then bringing the gaze towards the top of the mat and step that left foot between the hands. And then go ahead and step the right foot between the hands and fold. On the inhale, slowly begin to rise on up, sweep the arms to the sky. And on the exhale, just lower those hands down alongside the body, Utkatasana. Stepping back with that left foot, coming into our warrior two. Stretching those arms out nice and long, relax the shoulders. Go ahead and flip those palms up to the sky. And then slowly turn the palms down. On the inhale, sweep those arms to the sky as you straighten out the front leg. And then coming back into that warrior two. And just flowing with this. Go ahead and drop that back hand, flip the front palm, reach up and back. And then on the exhale, go ahead and come into that side angle pose. So forearm down to the thigh, opposite arm up to the sky, bring the gaze with it. Option to go ahead and extend that arm overhead with the pinky side down. Bringing that arm back up to the sky, rising back up into that warrior two. Begin to straighten out the front leg, and then coming into your Trikonasana. Extending the arm up to the sky, bottom arm floating to the inside of that front leg, keeping the back nice and flat. Rising back up, coming into a reverse with a straight leg. And then cartwheel those hands down, and then step back into your plank pose. And then flowing through a Vinyasa. chaturanga, and then upward and downward facing dog. Breathing here. Bring the gaze towards the top of the mat and either hop or step up to the top and come into your forward fold. On the inhale, you're going to go ahead and take a deep bend in the knees, sweep those arms up to the sky, coming into your Utkatasana, that invisible chair. Breathing. And slowly rise up, maybe coming into a slight back bend. And then lowering those arms down alongside the body, Tadasana. Go ahead and take a step back with that right foot so that you can come into your warrior two on this side. Once again, relax those shoulders, and flip the palms to the sky, and then flip them back down again. Go ahead and plant the back hand, flip the front palm, reach up and back, coming into your reverse. And then making your way into that side angle. So forearm down to the thigh, extending the opposite arm up to the sky, bringing the gaze with it. And then an option to go ahead and extend that arm up overhead, pinky side down. Slowly begin to rise back up, straighten out that front leg, moving into our Trikonasana. Lowering that hand to the inside of that front leg, extend the top arm up to the sky, bring the gaze with it. Inhale, rising back up, plant the back hand, reach the front arm up and back. And then cartwheeling those hands all the way down and step back into your plank. And once again, flowing through our Vinyasa. And coming into your upward facing dog and then downward facing dog, where you will breathe here. Nice deep breath in and long breath out. Bringing the gaze towards the top. Once again, either hop or step up to the top of the mat and come into your fold. Taking a deep bend in the knees, sweep those arms up to the sky, coming back into that Utkatasana. And then slowly begin to straighten out those legs, maybe a slight back bend. And then lower the arms down alongside the body, Tadasana. And coming into some balancing now. So coming up onto the right toes to start, just getting your balance, lifting that leg up, flexing that foot. Get a point to focus on. And then slowly begin to kick that leg back behind you, coming into your warrior three. Maybe the arms go out like a T. Maybe the body is parallel to the ground. Slowly lower those hands down to the ground. And then moving into our half moon pose. So I want you to begin to stack the hips one on top of the other and then slowly begin to send that right arm up to the sky. Maybe bringing the gaze up with it. Good, one more breath. Lowering the hand down, square the hips, walk the hands back towards that standing foot. Taking that right knee and bring it to the outside of the left leg and then kick the leg back as you straighten the leg. And then just repeating that, drawing it to the outside of that leg. And then eventually slowly lowering down so that we can come down into our seated twist. So the left hand goes back behind you, extend the right arm up to the sky, and then exhale, go ahead and come on into that twist, hooking that elbow. So inhale to lift and lengthen, and exhale to twist. All right, so using your own breath here, inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. Good, one more breath here. And then slowly coming into an easy counter twist. And then using your hands to push yourself all the way back up, coming into a forward fold. Begin to rise up one vertebrae at a time, drawing those shoulder blades up, back, and down, Utkatasana. Coming into our second side. Right foot planted, come up onto those left toes. Lifting that left knee up, flex that foot, getting your balance here. And then slowly begin to kick that leg back behind you, coming into your warrior three. Engage the back leg. Arms can go out like a T if that feels good for you. And then slowly lowering those hands all the way down to the ground. We'll be moving into our half moon here. So right fingertips stay down on the ground. Square the hips to the side and extend that top arm up towards the sky, maybe bringing your gaze with it. Keeping that back leg nice and engaged. And then slowly lower the hand down, walk the hands back towards that standing foot. And take the left knee, bring it to the outside of the right knee, and then kick it back. And doing that a couple more times, and then eventually dropping that knee all the way down to the outside of that right ankle, lowering the hips down. Good. So right hand goes back behind you, left arm up to the sky, and then on the exhale, go ahead and come on into the twist, hooking that elbow. So your inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. Just use your breath here. One more breath. And then go ahead and come on into an easy counter twist. Coming back to center. And once again, using your hands to push yourself up, coming back into that forward fold. On the inhale, slowly begin to rise on up. Draw those shoulder blades up, back, and down. Palms facing forward. Tadasana. From here, we're going to go ahead and come down to a seat. And then eventually making your way all the way down onto your back. We'll be moving into a bridge pose here. So draw the heels a little bit closer towards the body. I want you to go ahead and just begin to tuck that tailbone under, press the low back down into the ground, and then slowly begin to lift the hips up. Go ahead and bring the backs of the arms down to the ground and the fingertips up towards the sky, and then start to get those shoulder blades nice and close together. So maybe you're moving from side to side to get there. You're keeping the neck nice and long. You're pushing into the backs of the arms, you're lifting those hips, and you're breathing here. And then slowly begin to flatten those shoulders down and then begin to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Bringing the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out wide, maybe placing your hands on top of the thighs. And just breathe here. And then gently using your hands to bring those knees back together again. Making sure the knees are hip distance, we'll come into our second bridge. So tucking the tailbone, begin to lift those hips up. This time, maybe interlace the hands underneath you. And again, just trying to get those shoulder blades as close together as you can. Keeping the neck nice and long. Pushing into the heels. Hips are lifted. You're breathing here. And slowly release the hands, begin to flatten the shoulders down, roll down one vertebrae at a time. And then go ahead and separate the feet a little bit wider than the hips so that you can bring the knees to touch. And then place your hands on top of the belly, eyes closed, just breathing here. And then just separating those knees, we're going to go ahead and come into our shoulder stand. So go ahead and flip your knees over towards your forehead and bring your hands to your low back. And then I want you to see if you can get your elbows nice and close together before sending those legs up to the sky. Good. Go ahead and point the toes and then just pull the toes back so that the balls of the feet are up towards the sky and your toes are sparkling out. Your legs are nice and engaged. You're just supporting yourself. And then slowly bringing those knees back to the forehead. If you can come into your plow pose by extending the legs out nice and long, you're welcome to do that. Everyone will go ahead and just lower those arms down to the ground and then slowly lower yourself. Once your bottom gets there, I want you to go ahead and extend the legs. We're going to move into our fish pose. So bring the hands underneath you, begin to come up onto the elbows and drop the head back. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. I want you to engage the thighs and point through the toes. Just a big heart opener here. Good. Slowly begin to tuck that chin. You're going to remove the hands from underneath you. And then just pause here. Just letting the sensations just fall into the body here. Just recognizing what you're feeling. And then go ahead and draw those knees up into the chest and just a gentle rock from side to side. And coming into our happy baby. So you can either bring your hands behind the knees or you can grab onto the inner edge or the outer edge of the feet, drawing those knees down and maybe rocking from side to side if it feels good. Feel free to make any other movements here. Maybe you want to straighten out one leg and then the other, just kind of playing around. And then just pausing at center. And then slowly release it. Keep the knees into the chest. Bring your arms out like a T and begin to drop those knees off to the right, placing that right hand on top of the knee. Bring your gaze to the left. And slowly bring those knees back together again and bring them off to the left side. Bring your gaze to the right. Once again, taking that left hand on top of the knee if it feels good there. And then once again, bring those knees back into the chest. And go ahead and tuck that chin into the chest and wrap your arms around the shins and tense up all the muscles. I want you to squeeze everything nice and tight. And then send everything out really nice and long. So you're reaching through the fingers, reaching through the toes, maybe moving from side to side. And then when you're ready, we're going to prepare for our Shavasana. So just bringing those arms slightly away from the body, flip the palms up to the sky. You're tucking the shoulders under you just a bit. And then just go ahead and separate those legs and just let the toes fall where they want to. Your eyes are closed. And just nice, easy breathing here. Making sure not to think about where you need to be next. Just keeping yourself here in this present moment. If your mind begins to wander, just bring yourself back to your breath. And just start to deepen the breath and begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, stretching the arms and the legs out nice and long. And when you're ready, draw the knees up into the chest, and then just gently rolling over onto the side of the body and just pause for a moment. And then using your hands to just gently push yourself up, coming into an easy seated position and closing your eyes once you get there so that you can maintain the inward focus for another moment. And so bringing the palms together with the thumbs at the third eye, just gently bow the head to seal the practice. And may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. Namaste. And I hope you have a great day today. Take good care. Bye. So I hope that you have enjoyed this practice. If you did, go ahead and just give it a thumbs up. Make sure to comment so that we can connect. And of course, to subscribe to the channel. Take good care. Bye.